Got Biden, Vice President, former, versus the President, current, Donald J. Trump. Shout out to the Simpsons. Seeing ahead of their time, they can see the future. So if you really want to know what happened, what's going to happen, what's to happen, tune into the Simpsons. Some old OG episodes. Oh, man. I think it's a lot going on. Like, as you look around in these polls, I seen like in Florida, they had it locked. So you could fill out your ballot, but they would scan it later. It's a lot of holes in the voting system. I think the biggest takeaway, you have to come with some uniform voting system with oversight from both sides, or something, or a system that, yeah, you need some oversight, some checks and balances from both sides, to where even if you're in this area, there's some oversight that might be in the left area, or if you're in the right area. I just seen a video with in Philly, where I guess they're like certified election poll watchers, and the Republican poll watchers were trying to get in, and it was an older Democrat. I guess she was a poll watcher too. It's something they was going back and forth where she didn't want to let them in, and then like I said, in Florida they had locked one of the polls were mysteriously locked, and the other one wasn't working, so people had to scan it. So that opens the door for throwing away, if you're biased one way, or this is just what you are, you might be prone to throw it away because this thing has become so emotional. It's been so much devil Jesus narrative pushed on TV and mainstream media. So you might think that you're doing a righteous thing by throwing a ballot away that's against yours. Then I seen in like Columbus, Ohio, where in Philly, where they would give, I guess it's illegal to solicit a certain party, but they were passing out flyers with all of the Democrats to vote for. And then I was watching something where they said it was like all the Democrats was on the ballot, but you had to write in a Republican for the other stuff that you could vote on. So with the Senate and all that. So it's articles about like polls getting like ballots, man, mail-in ballots getting thrown away. That was for Trump. It's it's a lot going on. That's all I can say. Like I said, I try to not try, and regardless of who in office, I'm gonna figure it out. So that's just how I look at it. I don't get too emotional about it. It's just more of a logical perspective for me. Ride the middle, don't take sides, and just figure it out, adapt. But a lot of stores boarding up and preparing for possible riots. That kind of is telling, maybe. And then they said possibly for 3 days you won't get the results. That kind of is telling, because usually if it's one way, we know who mainstream media is for. So if it's any hesitation from mainstream media, if you can put A and B together, you kind of know based on who mainstream media is supporting. If there's any hesitation, you pretty much know what the result is in that regard. As far as the riot things, if that becomes a big concern, you pretty much know who it's for based on who's been rioting over the past few months. If you can put A and B together, um, what's another thing? I do think if Trump loses, it won't be. I don't think the right. I haven't seen the right attack like businesses and stuff like that. I think it'll be more what you seen when they surrounded that Biden Harris bus. I think it could split. You can go back to some possibly a Confederate North type thing. I wouldn't be surprised at something like that. Um, I think the left more so is, we running up in your stores, and the corporations gonna pay for whatever they disagree with in society. And with the right, they more so, you might get ran over. They might pull up on you with the hammers out, um, and try to get busy with people. So that's the difference in how I see it. Both sides act out when they disagree with a decision or something like that. One more so attacks establishments and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna say because they was getting busy with people too. I forgot in Dallas when they was stumping that man out and all that. But I just don't really see too much of the right attacking establishments. They more so hand on, let's get busy with straight people. And on the other side is more so you see the establishments, and then if you in the way, you don't get it too. So it's a lot going on. All I can say is stay prayed up. Just pay attention to those little signs that I said, and um, we know with a further left agenda is gonna be taking away your ARs. It's gonna be letting more people come, or more citizenship come from Mexico. You're probably gonna see a Puerto Rico become a state, DC become a state. You're probably gonna see eventually gun capacities get knocked down, knocked down, knocked down, and possibly even lose that for the people who doing it the right way. You're gonna see a lot of benefits for those who are new to citizenship, the dreamers, more that I mean, so you pretty much know what's going on both sides. So it's just a matter of paying attention, understanding what you want, and riding with that agenda to the fullest. Only thing I can tell you, stay open minded, um, do your own research, and if you're doing that, and just be respectful of other people's opinion. If you have a friend that thinks one way and you think another way, just keep it respectful, because it's just like if you like the Patriots and somebody else like the Cowboys. Y'all don't have to beef. You just like different teams. You don't have to get disrespectful towards that person. You just have a different perspective on, or a different worldview. So just keep it respectful. Keep it peaceful. If something happens that you disagree with, just try to brainstorm a peaceful solution. Become more creative and less violent. Focus, and just know that you can adapt to whatever the result of a situation is. Spread peace, positivity, and love. Big Trap Media. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment. Let me know who you think is going to win tonight's election, and what do you think will be the major change if the side that you don't want to win gets in. Or why are you going for who you going for? Let me know in the comments. Trap Media. I'm out.